Roblox in 2026 is a completely different beast. In just the last few months, they gave everyone AI game creation on mobile, rebuilt their entire anti-cheat from scratch, got exposed at Black Hat for an AI almost leaking their own passwords, watched their stock crash 30% in a single day, and quietly turned on a behavioral surveillance system that watches every single player, every single day. This is everything that happened, why it matters, and what it means for you. Let's get into it. Roblox has officially announced Build, a new mobile-first creation tab within the Roblox app. Build allows anyone to turn a simple text prompt into a basic game directly on their phone. Powered by both open-source and proprietary Roblox AI models, it automatically handles gameplay mechanics, environments, characters, visual styles, and sound. You can instantly playtest your creation, share it with friends, or polish it on PC using Roblox Studio. Along with Build, Roblox is shipping a brand new suite of AI tools for creators in Studio. This includes automated playtesting agents that find bugs before players even launch the game, analytics agents, and Cube, a 3D foundation model that generates game-ready objects, from props to driving vehicles and shooting weapons, from a single prompt. With millions of users gaining access to AI creation, many creators worry about the platform being flooded with low-quality AI slop. However, Roblox addressed this directly. Their discovery system relies strictly on long-term player retention. Roblox just dropped an update that could destroy cheaters once and for all, while fixing lag forever. And this isn't just hype. It's a massive game changer for creators. They've officially introduced server authority with client prediction and rollback. To put it simply, before this, your phone or PC could push data directly to the server, which is why hackers could easily speed hack or clip through walls. Now, the server is the single source of truth. If the server doesn't validate an action, it simply doesn't happen. Now, usually, server validation means terrible input lag, right? But Roblox solved this using client-side prediction and rollback. When you press a button, your character reacts instantly on your screen. The game essentially predicts your input, but if the server spots a mismatch, it seamlessly rewinds the state behind the scenes in a fraction of a second. The result? Instant responsiveness with zero delay. Popular creator ThoughtSpinner has already been testing this in a space action game with real-time combat. Before server authority, multiplayer combat was constantly ruined by desync. Now real-time hits feel sharp and consistent, just like a modern AAA game. As creators are putting it, cheating? Basically gone. Latency? Drastically reduced. Responsiveness? Instant. Roblox is giving developers tools that used to take months of complex coding to build. In a recent podcast, the CEO referenced a very specific analogy. He talked about dropping a toad into boiling water where it jumps out to save itself. But if you put that same toad in room temperature water and slowly turn up the heat, it will not notice the change until it is boiled alive. By using those exact words, the leadership is openly admitting that they are treating the player base and creators exactly like that toad. They know that if they announce tomorrow that human developers are being replaced by AI bots, there would be a massive outrage. So instead, they are slowly turning up the heat. And this is not a theory anymore. The new Roblox Build app has already launched its public test, and the results are terrifying for the freelance economy. A creator recently proved that you can generate a fully functional playable game called Ruins Raider using nothing but text prompts on a mobile phone. No Roblox Studio, no manual coding, no human effort. Think about what that means. The tedious work that used to take human builders, scripters, and animators months to complete can now be generated in seconds. Game directors no longer need to hire entry-level testers or pay freelance builders. They can just type a prompt, let the AI build the foundation, and polish it themselves. The money that used to circulate within the creator community is now being funneled directly back into the corporation's pockets through paid AI subscriptions. But it gets worse. Roblox is so out of touch with its own platform that even their attempts to bribe developers are backfiring spectacularly. Remember the recent offer where Roblox promised a 42% revenue bonus to games that forced players to use R15 avatars? Developers took the bait, hoping for a jackpot. The result was a disaster. Take the massive hit game Blade Ball, for example. The entire game is built on quick reflexes, predictable hitboxes, and smooth performance, which R6 avatars provide perfectly. When the developers forced the switch to R15 to chase that extra money, the game broke. Frame rates dropped, custom assets glitched, and the gameplay felt heavy and slow. The community revolted, and the game lost 30% of its active player base almost overnight. The developers had to pull a humiliating emergency revert back to R6 just to save their game from dying. This is the ultimate proof of Roblox's current direction. They are pushing AI to eliminate human labor costs while simultaneously forcing updates that ruin gameplay, just to squeeze out a little more corporate profit. They do not care about the freelance economy, and they do not care about the classic gameplay loop. The heat is turning up, and if creators do not wake up now, they will be the ones getting boiled alive. So, Roblox just went to Black Hat and DEF CON, aka Hacker Summer Camp, to tell the entire world about their cybersecurity. And honestly, the stuff they revealed is absolutely wild. Picture this. It is August 2026. Roblox has 123 million daily active users. Billions of dollars are moving through the platform every single day. And what is their biggest security threat? Elite hackers? No, their own AI. In a presentation literally titled, "Caging the Agent," Roblox engineers admitted that a hidden instruction in a random GitHub issue convinced Claude Code to upload Roblox's internal credentials to a public repository. Let that sink in. The AI was just trying to be helpful, and instead, it almost doxed the entire company. The craziest part? Their endpoint detection saw absolutely nothing, because to the system, it just looked like a normal process making a normal network request. Thank God it was in a testing environment, or we would all be reading about the greatest Roblox data breach in history right now. But wait, it gets better. They are not just panicking, they are fighting back with more AI. They introduced the AI Detection Engineer, a multi-agent pipeline that basically argues with itself to write security rules. It does research, gap analysis, rule engineering, adversarial review, and live runtime validation. It is like having a team of paranoid digital security guards who do not trust each other. And honestly, that is exactly what we need. They also dropped an open-source framework to detect cloud exposures in minutes, because apparently, traditional scanners are just too slow for the modern hybrid cloud chaos. And for all the privacy advocates out there, they detailed their massive new infrastructure for honoring user data erasure requests across hundreds of services. Because nothing says we care about your privacy like a centralized metadata catalog coordinating your right to be forgotten. So, what is the takeaway here? Roblox is actively building multi-layer sandboxes and agentic defenses because they know the future of hacking is not some guy in a hoodie, it is an AI agent following a bad prompt. And honestly, I respect the transparency. Most companies would just sweep an AI credential leak under the rug. Roblox put it on a stage at Black Hat. Roblox just experienced the worst single-day stock crash in its entire history, plummeting nearly 30% and wiping out billions in value. But this isn't just about Wall Street panicking. This is about a massive, fundamental shift happening right under our noses on the platform, and millions of players are already feeling the burn. Let's look at the reality. On paper, Roblox claimed revenue grew by 36% to $1.5 billion. Sounds great, right? But Wall Street doesn't care about deferred revenue. They care about bookings, which is the actual money players are spending right now. And bookings completely missed the mark, growing by a pathetic 8%. Even worse, the company literally deleted their full-year forecast, admitting they have no idea what the future holds, and predicted a massive drop in spending for the next quarter. But why is spending down? Because the players are leaving. Daily active users dropped by 9 million in just one quarter. The total hours spent on the platform tanked, and the number of people actually buying Robux fell by 17%. And this is happening during the summer, which is supposed to be Roblox's biggest season. So what did the CEO David Baszucki do to cause this? Two massive mistakes. First, they forced strict age verification and chat restrictions on everyone. While safety is important, it created massive friction, locking out millions of younger players and killing the viral growth loop. Second, and this is the craziest part, they intentionally changed the discovery algorithm. They decided to stop promoting games that make a lot of money quickly, and instead pushed games that keep players online longer, even if they don't spend money. They literally sacrificed their own revenue to chase a long-term retention metric that isn't even working yet. On top of all this, the mega hits that carried them through 2025, like Grow a Garden, are fading. Roblox relies heavily on a few massive indie games to drive their entire economy, and when those games cool off, the whole platform suffers. Roblox is currently trading at a massive premium, betting on hypergrowth that simply doesn't exist anymore. They are burning hundreds of millions on stock compensation while their core metrics decay. The era of endless, effortless Roblox growth might be over. I need to talk to you about something Roblox just quietly dropped, and honestly, it scared me a little. You know that age verification selfie we all took? Yeah, that was just the beginning. They just revealed a system that watches every single player, every single day. So here's what nobody's telling you. Roblox built an AI that processes 2 billion records daily. Not million, billion. It's reading your chat patterns, tracking who you play with, logging when you play, how long you stay, even how your language changes over time. And I'm not exaggerating. They literally have natural language models with over 300 million parameters trained specifically to detect how different age groups talk. It knows if your messages suddenly sound younger. It knows if your play patterns shift. Now think about this. You pass that selfie check. You're verified. But this system doesn't stop there. It runs every single day, comparing your current behavior to your estimated age. And if something doesn't match, your account gets flagged. Period. And here's where it gets really concerning for a lot of you. If you ever let a younger sibling use your account, if your little cousin logs in sometimes, if your behavior changes for literally any reason, the AI notices, and Roblox can lock you into additional verification. But here's what I keep thinking about. What happens when it makes a mistake? Because at this scale, with 2 billion records a day, mistakes will happen. Real players will get flagged incorrectly. And Roblox hasn't really explained what that appeals process looks like. They say they're working on reducing bias. They're using weighting techniques, filtering bad labels, all this ML stuff. But guys, this is behavioral surveillance, full stop. They are building a profile of how you interact with this platform, every day, automatically. And look, I get it. Kids need protection. Parents need peace of mind. I'm not saying safety doesn't matter. But there's a difference between protecting kids and building a system that monitors 338 million accounts with zero transparency on what gets you flagged. And here's something that should really worry you. What if the AI decides your behavior doesn't match your age, but doesn't ask for verification? What if it just quietly restricts your account, disables chat, limits who can see you, shadows you from search? You wouldn't even know why. Think about people who bought accounts. Think about accounts passed between friends. Someone logging in from a different device, different location, different time zone. Every single one creates a behavioral shift. The AI sees it, the patterns don't match, and suddenly you're flagged. This is starting to feel less like safety and more like a social credit system for gamers. Your account health depends on behaving consistently, on playing the right games, on talking the right way, on maintaining predictable patterns. Deviate too much, the machine judges. And look, I'm not saying Roblox is evil, but they are building a system where an algorithm decides your access based on behavioral patterns it learned from biased data, where mistakes are inevitable, but consequences are real, and that should concern everyone who plays this game. So here's what I need from you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, is this okay? Is this the trade-off we accept for safety, or is Roblox crossing a line? So that is where Roblox stands right now. AI is building your games, watching your behavior, and even threatening their own security, all at the exact same time. The platform isn't dying, but it is fundamentally changing. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of what Roblox does next. I will see you in the next one.